Amen. 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 There's always some shit with you. Why is that over there? Now I have to get up off my toilet and get it. I'm going to snatch you by your ball sack skin when I see you. Welcome to the day in the life of a 30-year-old who quit her corporate job. Because why not? Why not, literally? Tired of working for them people. Why not work for myself? Finally, the one thing I've always wanted to do. Take it full-time instead of part-time, like I've been forcing it to be for years. As you can see, my hair was not fully done. It is not fully done. You know, my man still loves me. That's all that matters here. You know, I might end up going to the store and getting some more hair, but that's up to me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be mad at me, I pulled it off anyways. Y'all had no idea for real. Maybe y'all did, maybe y'all didn't. Y'all just didn't. Wait, did y'all know? Y'all just didn't say nothing. You know what? I appreciate that. Love it. Love it here. Anywho, we just covering up, the ends that were poking out on some of them locks. Because those of you who do your own locks or, do the faux locks, y'all know how that stuff goes. Depending on how you do them, at least. I tuck my hair inside of them. Some people, you braid your entire real hair, your natural hair down. And then you go ahead and just crochet it in. It all depends on how you do your books. But this is how I do mine. So, yeah, I only had a few to really fix, period, done. As you can see, you can't really, as soon as I tuck them, can't really see it no more. You see? Okay, perfect. Can't even tell. No one can ever know. Just won't know. That's how we like it, period. Between me and you, don't tell nobody. Exactly. Alright, now we about to freaking brush these crusty teeth. Maintaining a mouthful of teeth is a lot over the years, child. When you take into account that they have you doing these 9-to-5 jobs or these side hustle jobs or, even working for yourself. Like, the hours be houring, honey. The time be timing, the body be bodying, child be tired. So, sometimes you don't take care of yourself the way that you should. I can admit that. So I'm trying to do better about that. Being able to have my time back. Oh, now that I finally seen that hair is still loose, girl, I'm about to fix that. Or is that loose hair, period? That's not tucked. I don't know, child. It might just be that loose hair, child. See, get so sidetracked. Anyways, the point stands. I'm grateful that I have my time back to focus on certain things, like certain routines that, you would try to start doing, like me having a face routine, a skincare routine. You get what I'm saying? It was thrown off every time I had a job. Every time I had to get up 3 a.m, 5 a.m, to hop on the highway, to go an hour away, 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away, to go open up for a job, to go set up at a job, to go start a job, to go stay there for hours on end, and even be there hours before, your shift even starts, so that you can be in place where they're expecting you to be, because that's what is expected of you in this, world at this point. So, child, I'm so grateful to have my time back. I don't think you understand. It's been so beneficial to me, and I would not have been able to do this had it not been for those around me, especially my man. Biggest support system I have, especially at this time. Y'all will get that news eventually. We ain't talking about it right now, not today. To come soon to come, however you want to put it. Yeah, we're not gonna drop that tea right now, but yeah, I like to keep things unedited, just authentically me, just keep it raw, because like, what's the point? All this stuff is so clean cut, so like, people trying to make it seem so cookie cutter, like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect. I always tell people I believe in imperfectly perfect, because no one and nothing is perfect. Everything is as it should be and as God created it to be. So that's how I like to see things. Yeah, child. Girl, I'm tired right now, but also I think I just out of breath because girl been smoking down. That girl been smoking down. I ain't gonna lie to you. Gargle. Yeah, see, I be tripping. Just be doing stuff. You know, you just gotta entertain yourself sometimes. I can't lie. See, I could just go on all these tangents right now because I just have so much to say. I always got a lot to say. You know, sometimes I just don't have the right people to share it with. So right now, you know, I don't know who's necessarily going to see this, but I know I can talk to myself about anything. So it's easy thinking about it that way, realistically. If anyone needs help and tips on how to, you know, create your videos and just post as is and just go with the flow of things, just think about it as you're recording this just to look at for yourself. You're recording your voice just to hear back for yourself. It's not necessarily for the world, and it shouldn't necessarily be for the world. At the end of the day, it should be for you. So that definitely, I think, is a good tip for anyone trying to post their content that has, you know, felt stumped on doing so. There's my skincare. The girl needs to definitely lock in and go ahead and, you know, I don't know why were we taking so long to just go ahead and do it. I thought y'all could see it from back there. Realistically, y'all can't, but it's the Good Molecules brand. I had to remind myself what to do with it because, again, it's been a while since I've had the ability to do certain things. And no, the product is not old. It's still within the time span of me being able to use it. For all of those people that may end up in the comments. Okay. I'm just going to let y'all, at this point, continue to watch me. You know, do. Because ain't no cuts around. I'm telling you, ain't no cuts around here. Ain't no cuts. Unless I absolutely have to or feel the need to, or I'm trying to keep it to a certain time length, you know, like certain social media platforms or just platforms in general have their limitations on the amount of time that you can take for a post. So I'm already knowing this is gonna be like a lot of parts, but that's also because, you know, why not share it? Again, people keep it so limited to what you are able to see and what you can't see now, and that's what keeps people's attention span so small. We are losing our ability to stay with something for a while, and it makes me so sad because I know growing up, like, we had to sit there and do so much more than what these kids probably have to do in school now. Like, we actually have to sit there and learn certain things. We actually learned cursive. We actually learned certain person skills. People, girl, I can't even get that right now. You know what I meant, if you know what I'm talking about. But even like the computer skills and the computer programs that we had growing up, that taught us certain things to do to help us, you know, advance in the real world. It's just really, really sad how certain things have gone away. It's to the point where I cannot wait till we get to this part of the video, child, because that's really what I want to talk about. Because I'm just like really, really, really disturbed at how many things have changed as I have grown up in this world. At 30 years old, I've seen a lot in my time span of being here, and that's just like amongst the people and amongst myself, I guess, or like amongst my environment, should I say, basically, or like amongst my community of people, amongst my family, friends, all that. I've just seen how things have changed, you know, over the generations. Oh, girl. And it's just like, what in the heck are we gonna do in like the next 5 years with the current state that the world is in? What is there for us that, you know, those of us who are like kind of starting our world, like starting our lives, like we're just now getting a start on our lives. Those of us in our 20s and in our early 30s, those even in their late 30s, like we didn't get a fair start at life. That recession in 2008, it recessioned hard. We never came up out of that. don't know who told y'all I don't know who believes we did. We never came up out of recession, baby. That recession stayed. And then COVID became a thing. Like, we even had Ebola. We had a lot of stuff over the years that have, like, contributed to major losses, major economical crashes, major job losses. Like, we've just seen a lot. The job market ain't the same. The economy ain't the same. The people ain't really the same. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they've grown that extra layer of hard, that extra exterior shell, because the world has made them harder because of the environment they've had to grow up in the way that things have, their circumstances, how their circumstances have gone, have caused them to, almost despise being here. And I feel like a lot of us are kind of experiencing some type of degree of that, where you're just kind of like, what the hell? What's the point? What's the purpose? Why me? Why this? Why now? Why should I? Why should I not? Like, you're very conflicted most days, because for many people, it's hard to even see why we're even here anymore, why we even continue on. And if you're not, actively in love with someone, or you don't have that support system behind you at this time, it is very hard to want to get up every day and continue on going to that job, going around certain people you don't want to have to be around, but your circumstances won't allow you not to. Participating in certain things you don't want to anymore, but that's the only way you're going to get those bills paid finally. Like, I understand. Been there, done that. I understand it, actively going through certain parts of it. It's really, really, really sad to know that I'm going to be growing up children in a world where everyone's not going to actively take them in, not accept them easily just because of what they look like. But that's always been an issue for my race specifically, but others as well. But I really am seeing how much history can't truly repeat itself. And sometimes it repeats itself in a worse way, not in a good way. So, I'm just hoping and praying for me and mine every day, all day at this point. Oh, child, I'm still doing skincare. I went on a whole tangent that I just forgot I was even really recording. That's how sometimes I even talk to myself just to make sure I'm not crazy some days. Just to get it out. Just be like, hey, are we tripping about that? No, that's real. Like, that's really happening. Excuse me. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we give ourselves that reality check. Sometimes life will give you that reality check, even when you don't want it. So that's kind of what kept me from staying at that job. I don't even know if I said that right, too. I hope that makes sense. That's what kept me from wanting to be there anymore. It made me uncomfortable being there anymore. It was just not a good fit anymore. It never probably was in the first place, but, you try to make it work because, you have these bills, you have these responsibilities that you have obtained because that's what the society has set it up to be. So you go about getting that job or doing those side hustles or getting those LLCs or those certifications and those trades so that you can acquire some type of revenue or some type of salary, some type of paycheck so that you're able to sustain your needs and your wants within your household. It's gotten so bad that people don't even, they're losing their homes, they're losing their things, and it makes me so sad. I can't stand it for anyone and everyone. Sorry, y'all, I got a call that interrupted me while I was doing my voiceover, but I am back. Yeah, I'm just really, really disappointed in the state of the world at this time, but it's gonna take people, us, as a whole, actually doing something, being the change, being the difference, actually trying to make an impact, actually trying to use your voice to make, some changes, make some differences out here. Use your voice to, explain your own personal experience in this world of how things are going for you, how it's going, have your, I crack up at myself sometimes because it's so hard. I get so excited to speak sometimes. I just stumble over my words, but how the world and how life has affected you, your own personal experiences, and how it shaped you, how it's molded you, how that environment you grew up in might have also been a reason why certain things went a certain way for you, or why you were able to achieve certain things, because of that set environment that you grew up in, where you didn't have to go through a certain struggle, where you didn't have to ask that friend, that family member, that employer for help. Everyone has their own personal struggles. And sometimes it's not always financial for people. Sometimes it's a mental thing. Sometimes it's a social issue. Sometimes it's an emotional issue. Sometimes it's a, family or relationship oriented issue. Everyone has their things. But we're also, all human. And that's what I always think about at the end of the day. Like how, race, ethnicity, culture, even the continent we're on will try to separate everyone. But again, we're all humans. We're all a part of one race, the human race. So I've, continued to try to remind myself of that as well. I'm trying to rid myself of certain generational hate, towards other people or other things, just because of how others from the past might have treated certain family members or myself for certain things. I'm trying to stop, certain bad habits with that. It's a really bad habit to get into, to look at the world in a negative light, or look at a certain genre, stereotypical group, or whatever you would try to do, to try to put people in a certain category. And it's not fair. It's not right. And I don't know. It's just something about it that throws me off. But okay, off of the more serious topics, as you can see, I don't want to get hit by the peak. I don't want to get hit. I hate being hit by it. It hits me back. Please don't hit me was the vibes of this part of the video. But I kind of want it to be hit, of course. Because when I tell you that thing be hitting the chest in all the right ways, like my man is the person that did all his research on this company, Puffco. And like, there's more than one model, and there's more than one way to smoke their devices, and I love it. Like, it's been real efficient and effective. It keeps me from having to go outside and smoke. Like, it keeps me indoors the way I want to be. Okay, because, child, it's cold outside right now, and going outside is not necessarily what I want to do. But hey, sometimes is what you do, because you got to do it. But I don't have to no more unless I want to. And guess what? Sometimes I do want to go outside and do, because I can and I will. Girl, I was coughing my butt off. And this look was definitely for my man right here, because why? I had told him before he left for work to put my screen back up. And that boy done ran out that door and forgot. But that's what happens when you got one person with ADD and the other one ADHD. Like, we both will forget something, or it'll be like, oh crap, I meant to do that, or I thought I did that already, and it wasn't done yet. So that's something that I am adjusting with for, I feel like, once in my life. I don't think I've ever necessarily dated anyone actively with the same disorders or issues as me. So it's been an interesting experience. And look, I thought the screen was up and good, right? See, that thing came right back down. Hold clip, the hook done flew at me. I said, ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. And I still didn't get it up after that, y'all. I was so excited and disappointed at the same time. I thought I had done something. Back to the peak, child. I needed another smoke break after not getting that screen up. Because that was really, really something. Cheers. That was really something. That was not what I thought was going to happen. I thought I was going to be successful. And mind you, my man fixed it when he came up. And I was staying up perfectly fine. I don't even think he applied the same amounts of pressure. Like, I swear, sometimes the way that men feel like we do certain things perfectly or easily, and it comes so easily and naturally to us, they be doing the same thing with certain stuff. And I just be having to side-eye him sometimes. Because how dare you? I struggled just for you to come in here and make it look easy. I go, how about I make it look? How about I make it look easy? Oh, wait, no, she said, she said, I go, how about I make it look sexy? I'm crying. Okay, guys, so you know. Well, this is a remix for you, girlfriend. Because I like that song, period. But that was funny. I really thought that was the lyrics for a second. Ooh, you know, you still be sleepy sometimes, but you be up. That's me right now. I'm up, but definitely can take a nap. I don't know if it's got something to do with age or what, honey. But the girl be ready to take a nap. Be ready to sleep. Ready to relax. Even if I've been relaxing all day, again, be ready to relax, close my eyes. Because sometimes your body does need more time to rejuvenate and, like, replenish and restore itself. Like, I don't know if 30 is why I be feeling the way I do sometimes. But, child, the body be bodying. It really did. As you peeped, my Arm & Hammer laundry detergent matches the beads I put inside the washer. And when I say one of the blankets I washed smells so good because of that, along with the essential oil I put on the wool balls I put in the dryer, child. Everything smells good right now. I just realized I did not record the dryer section of me washing these clothes. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. Maybe next time. If y'all want to see my drying process, let me know in the comments below. Because I will take the time to show y'all. Because as you can see, I took the time to show y'all all the little things I put in my washer before I go ahead and wash the clothes. Like, you see I use the Arm & Hammer laundry detergent and the scent beads. Oh, shoot, girl. I'm losing my train of thought. Shout, you know, for any laundry stains, the Arm & Hammer laundry booster to get any extra odors or stains out of my clothes. The Lysol laundry detergent disinfectant. Really, really good. And I use the active version of that. And then I use the Downy rinse. I use any of the versions of that, but I prefer the active version of that as well because, again, my man be at work, girl, sweating his little booty off, and he got some funky feet. Oh my gosh, I ain't never dated someone with feet this funky, child. But it's okay, I love him, so it's fine. Love him bad. But yes, it's all the little things. I believe that's everything I put in my... Yeah, that's everything I put in there to wash my clothes. And then if y'all ever want to see the drying process of how I do things, let me know. And then, yes, make sure you're always tying your hoodie, like the hoodie strings or the strings on your pants so they do not get lost in the washer or dryer, baby, because I've had that issue. There is a way to fix it, like stapling the end of a straw and sticking it. Stapling the string to a straw and sliding that through the pants or the sweatshirt that you are wearing that you were trying to fix in. But yeah, I love it. I love my washer and dryer. My man got this for me about 3-4 months ago, and it has made life so much easier for me. And now here we are in the kitchen, honey. Because, you know, lately I have not had the urge to just get up and cook or eat the way that I normally would or had in the past. Like, that's how I know something's going on truly with the food, or like the way that everything is being prepared or like processed or shipped to us. Like, it's a little questionable. I'm looking at everybody with a little side eye right now, because why is it my stomach been hurting or tightening when I'm eating some of my favorite foods now that I used to be able to eat and continue on my day with no problems? Didn't have to stop by the bathroom as frequently as I feel like I've had to. But also, hey, maybe it's an age thing. I don't necessarily know. Somebody tell me. I don't know. Friends, let me know. I might be crazy. I mean, I'm a little crazy. I already knew that. But it's more so wow, like, things really do be happening. I don't know. I don't know. Everything been hitting a little different. Like this Chili's, child. When I tell you, I didn't even go back and finish those boneless buffalo wings. It's just like the chicken has just been weird. Like, for most places I've ordered chicken from, the chicken has not been chicken. Like, the chicken has been giving gummy candy, or like tough or hard, or like don't pull apart. Like, it's giving magnetic almost. Like, what's going on? It's breaking my heart because I love food, and not being able to indulge, and not even just indulge, not even being able to feed or sustain myself the way that I'm used to doing so is throwing me off a little bit. But also, I feel like maybe there's more to it. Maybe this is a forced fasting for all of us, or most of us, that we're not all listening to yet, that we need to lock in and just go and start fasting. Because this food is not helping us necessarily. It does not seem to be. It seems to be harming us rather than helping us. And, unfortunately, over the years, there's more ways to, affect things or get away with certain things. Being that I went to school, not saying that people that do not go to school wouldn't learn certain things like this, but being that I was in school, I was able to select certain classes or take certain classes where I was educated on things about the Department of Health, or just like the FDA, like how many things do or do not get approved, or how things slide. It's just, I don't know, I just wish that people would look a little bit harder, look a little bit deeper at certain things around them, or crave to know more instead of just blindly following what they've been following their whole life. Like, sometimes I just feel like, when you're talking to certain people, they're not on point like you are. Like, they're like in their own little world. I don't really necessarily know how to pull certain people out of that. It's really hard, but that's kind of what I've been aiming to do lately. That's kind of what I'm trying to do now. I want people, whoever is listening to me, or whoever is watching me now, to look deeper, go deeper within yourself, and just go deeper within this world to truly try to understand whatever particularly might pique your interest more. Like, if you wonder why trees grow the way they do or how long they take to grow, look that up. If you wonder how the ocean even came into play, how to even bodies of water at that mass capacity could even be in place at this point, look it up. If you're wondering how the government originally started, look it up. If you're wondering how your family got over here, ask your family, like, about the first relative they remember, and try to, get a timeline to trace it all back if you can. Do your research, just expand your mind, expand your horizons, expand your knowledge. You don't have to continue to get up every day and just do the norms of what you're used to doing every day, or every week, or every weekend, or every weekday. Like, switch it up sometimes. If you can. I'm saying if you can. I know some people, routine is key, and it's very understandable to have one. My routine is the way that I set it up to be. I've had to take off the pressure of trying to force a routine on myself. Knowing that I have ADD, it's hard for me to set myself up to a set routine. The way that I've gotten better at it, though, is like alarms, or I'll tell myself exactly what's going to go on for the next set of hours, or the next few minutes, or the next few days. Like, I will set myself up a certain way so where I know what's going on, to where I can have a calmer mind going into things, or to have a way to plan it better so that I'm not just all over the place sporadic. Now, does it always go as planned? Absolutely not. Stuff can get a little chaotic. You can still get a little all over the place, but it all gets done, if that makes sense. So it might not have a set order or a set time frame for you either. You might just, be like, okay, I want to get this done by Tuesday. Okay, so let's start on it on Sunday night, and then maybe a little bit on Monday afternoon, and then maybe a little Monday night, and then Tuesday morning, we're going to make sure it's done. There's just different ways to accomplish what you want and get things that you want done. You just have to be a little bit kinder to yourself sometimes too. I feel like a lot of us are really mean to ourselves, and I've had to chill out on myself with that as well, because I'm very self-aware, and I'm very self-aware when I'm getting upset with myself or with things not going the exact way I hoped it would go. And I have to remind myself, hey, that's life. It happens. It's still gonna be okay. You're still okay. You still got your hands. You still got your feet. You still got your five senses. Your six senses, really. But you're good, girl. You're A-okay. But yeah, as you can see, just back to the video, just so I can keep y'all in line with what y'all are physically seeing visually. I'm making me some breakfast because, again, that Chili's, them leftover honey Chipotle Crispers, I thought they were going to slap. That's why I ordered them in the first place, but they were so hard to eat. Like, I had to eat them as best I could. And that's why I just knew I was going to end up making something else outside of eating it, which is why I started making me some croissants, made me an egg, and I made me some maple bacon. Because, girl, I knew I had to eat something. Because it had been, about 2 or 3 o'clock by the time I had sat down to eat, really. Whew. And I don't like to wait that long, but sometimes I do. But sometimes, again, I snack way before that, or I have a smaller meal of some sort before I do sit down and eat, or record to eat, or record content for you guys as well. So don't think I'm not always eating. But I did not for sure eat until 3 or 4 at that point, for sure. This was the first time I was eating. The Chipotle Crispers was the first thing to touch my stomach. And I was so disappointed because I was so ready to tear them little chicken tenders out. Like, why would y'all do that? What is going on? Oh, but I can't lie. What's still about? That strawberry lemonade, baby, I bought me a whole gallon, sweetie. We got a whole gallon in the fridge. That thing is so good. Like, no denying it. Chili's still got a customer in me, as long as y'all keep them chips and salsa, and y'all keep my strawberry lemonade alive. And as a gallon option, because the last time I ordered just the cup, I think I ordered a large at that too. I played myself, y'all. When I tell you I drank that drink so fast, it was disrespectful. Nobody told me to drink it that fast. But then again, I couldn't really, like, I'm telling you, if you've never had a Chili's strawberry lemonade or any of their lemonades, please, I advise you to go as soon as you can and get one. But also, friends, get a Presidente margarita. Thank me later when you sitting there smiling at your food and at your drink. Because, yeah, it's such the perfect amount. Like, I really don't feel like you gotta get 2 Presidentes if you go to the proper location. Because let me tell you something, that one I had was so freaking good. Like, there was no denying it. There was just no denying it. I don't know, like, something about that Presidente. Oh, and you can get it flavored, if I'm not tripping. I believe you can get it. Yeah, you can get it with a certain flavor added. I did the original. The original slap. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think you gotta add. I'm telling you, Chili's. That's probably one of the best original recipe margaritas that I've had, like, while going out, because some places they a little too heavy-handed with certain portions of a margarita mix. You know what I'm saying? And so it don't be as delightful. It'd be a little too salty, or it'd be a little bit too liquory, you know. But Chili's, I don't know. However y'all train y'all bartenders to make that Presidente, keep training them. They're doing a great job. They're doing a phenomenal job at that. Honestly and truly. Can't lie. Can't lie. Great job. But, yeah, I don't know, you know. I really hope that eating and food gets back to a better state. Like, I just want it in a better place, but also I'm just ready to have my own home so that I can get back to having a garden. Like, when I stayed with an ex of mine, we had a garden. I ain't gonna say we had a garden that we grew together, because she had started it before I moved in, but she had given up on it. But I told her, hey, let's start it up again. I can help you. I can help it. And child, when I tell you that garden started flourishing when I came up over there. Okay, because she wouldn't neglect that garden. Let me tell you something. She really did. But that's why, you know, I came along and I kept that garden healthy for the time that I was there, and for the time that the relationship was healthy. That relationship went to, so did that garden. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Because we grew peppers, tomatoes, mint, basil, parsley, cilantro. What else we had out there? She was growing kale. Like, it was so many different things that we were growing in that garden. And it was just a great experience to have the responsibility of taking care of something to that degree and that extent at that point. That was really, really, really great for me. I'm not gonna lie. Because at that point, I hadn't had my own animals. You know, she had dogs that she had already had before I moved in with her. We adopted one together, but again, that was not my own. Same with my parents. We had a dog, Bobby, that I grew up with, you know, in my teens into my adulthood, and we had to put him down in August a few years ago, and I'm still heartbroken about that. But I now have my own cat, and I love her to death. But yeah, it was just nice to have a garden or feel like I had something at that time of my own. It really was. I was trying to figure out what the point was there, where I was trying to take it home to, when I was trying to make a point right there for y'all. I'm sorry. Again, ADD at its finest. But I'm also just realizing, like, something about the social media stuff. Like, if you really sit back on it, just put your phone down for a second sometimes and look around, see what you actually want to do or can do within your home or around you, or even like hopping in the car and going somewhere real quick without having to be on your phone most of that time or any of that time while you're doing those things. And you'll get to realize, like, your attention span is not as bad as you think it is. Your ability to think or do basic tasks or, you know, be social is not as bad as you think. Sometimes you just really got to get up off that phone. What our mamas always say is them dang on phones. And I can't be mad. Our moms were saying that earlier on when they first, you know, had started making cellular devices a thing outside of the landlines that we had in our homes for those years. When that became a thing, being able to mobilely take our phones on the go, it definitely became a problem. Especially for, you know, wives and partners in general who had their own partners who were sitting there, and they were serious business people who stayed in their business, you know, most of the day if they had the chance to. Like, they were on that phone, that landline phone at the house. most times. And then, God forbid that cell phone came out. Mama never really got got a chance to spend time with her man no more, or her partner anymore. They were too deep in that phone, too deep into accomplishing more business, just getting more and more and more and more done, and it took them further and further and further away from time with others and time with their wife, or those that matter to them, or the things that matter to them outside of that job or outside of that business or those businesses. And I really just hope that everyone can remember the things that they really do enjoy and just kind of get back to that. So I've been trying to get back to reading again, trying to get back into playing The Sims the way I used to growing up, and minimizing that game time as well, not trying to sit on there for hours on them, but maybe an hour, 2 hours maximum. Because I know when I played Hogwarts, when I first brought it home a few years ago, baby, I was playing that game until the sun came up. And I started at maybe 10 o'clock the night before. That means it was about 7 o'clock in the morning by the time I was getting off the game, because I realized how bright and early it was outside and everybody else in the house was waking up. And I was like, oh my God, I need to finally go to sleep. And everybody else thinking I've slept the whole night. No, I was up playing the game. That is what's scary about the video gaming thing. It's not a bad thing to video game, but you do have to have your limits. Just like you do with anything else. You have to have certain boundaries and limitations on it. Everything can be good, but there is a such thing as overconsumption, overconsuming, overdoing things. And you just never want to fall too deep into that. So I just try to be more aware of certain things. Oh, I've gone back to coloring as well. But I'm also trying to get into some of the other things I am trying to do full-time now that I am a full-time content creator. But it's more so towards the business prospect side of things for my businesses. So stay tuned. You guys will see the different businesses that I have been working on or have aspired to go ahead and produce this whole time, or that I have had in the background that I just have not properly presented to the public until now, because it's time. I have so much to offer and so much to share. And I do believe a lot of people will benefit from the things I have to offer outside of my specialties. And that specialties more so my set, destiny, my set thing that I was supposed to always have been doing while being here in this world that God placed me to do. And I'm finally listening and finally going to do it, because nothing's stopping me now. Not having that job is allowing me to take back my time and focus it and be places in the ways that I have wanted to. And I cannot be more grateful for being able to do so. Not just because I left that job, but because I have a supportive man behind me. And some supportive friends as well. I'm finally creating myself that solid foundation of family and community around me that I've always wanted, and getting rid of any and everyone who does not have the same, in mind for me, or, they're not wanting better for themselves, or they're not actually doing better for themselves. I can't want more for you than you want for yourself. I want it all for the world, and I want it all for myself. I want us to have the best that there is to have in terms of happiness and peace and solidarity. But I need everyone else to be there with me. I can't do it all by myself. I can't do it overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 1 year. It's going to take all of us. See you next time.